Okay, so let's start doing this makeup. I've already prepped my skin. I just used these two. I washed my face, then I used these pads, which are amazing. I I have no idea since when I'm using these. Probably 2 or 3 years, maybe more. And then this one that also is very old in my makeup stack. I always like to start with my base, and I'm gonna use once again my trusty Lancome. My French does not exist. Paint Idol Ultra Wear in the shade 021. I hope it's visible. I'm just gonna pump twice on my hand. So something is itching here. What? A hair from my cat. Okay, and I need a brush. I really love this brush from Anastasia Beverly Hills. She is Romanian, by the way, just like I am. She left Romania during the communist era, I think, I'm not sure. I don't know much about the story. I think I found out about her like 10 years ago. So we have a problem because I started using tretinoin recently, and apparently the simple skincare that I used to do for my face doesn't work. And I'm just going to come closer. Also, I don't know if you can see, but my skin is peeling. What should I do? Should I redo my skincare or just ignore it? I'll just ignore it because I just want to try some new eyeshadow, and I don't care much about the face today. We'll snatch the face on a different day. So right now I just wanna make it, how do I say it? Have a one color, uniform. I can't remember what's wrong. This is the problem with me whenever I hit record. English language leaves my body and my brain and everything. Uniform my colors, my face, because here I'm red, here I don't know what's going on, all kind of spots. I'm going to use the Cosas concealer. It's in the shade 01N because it's more hydrating. So my problematic areas, they might be more than what I'm seeing, but for me, what's annoying, this area, right between my brows and nose. I'm very dark in there, and I want to brighten up that area. So should I put here? Now the angel on my shoulder says no, but the devil says yes. So okay, let's see if I'll regret this or not. I'll just blend it right away, because the more I leave it, the more it will set into place. So, oh my god, I knew something was wrong, because I was feeling like, I don't know, how should I describe this in English? It didn't felt like an irritation, but it did felt sensitive, so easy. Yeah, I don't know. I think I tend to overcomplicate things. Why do I do that? I don't need to invent new words. I just need to use simple words. Okay, here I think I've definitely used too much. This is probably the 5th time that I'm doing my makeup this year, without all the tries that haven't materialized, but really doing my doing my makeup and actually finish it. Well, I'm not finished yet, but I have a responsibility now that I'm recording this. I feel like I have a responsibility for you to finish this makeup. Otherwise, if I don't finish, and of course, if I don't finish, I can't upload what I did so far, I'll feel like a loser. And I anyway feel like a loser, so I don't need to reinforce that idea. Good. So in terms of foundation and concealer, this is it. The only thing is that, Jesus, my face is really starting to exfoliate so bad. And I only used a small amount of tretinoin. I don't know what happened. I don't know how this translates to the camera, but in the mirror I can see my skin exfoliating in this area. I think for the next 1 week or so, I'll just tone it down with the tretinoin. Good. Next, powder. I feel like I'm not giving you any new information. This powder is from Pat McGrath. It's called, has a very long name, Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. Why do brands love these long mouthful words? It's in the shade Light. It is so finely milled. So I like to prep my brush and let me prep the concealer under, so I make sure I have no. Okay, and that is enough, because since my skin is exfoliating, I don't need to make it look drier than it is already. So just tiny amount of powder. Also here, super small amount, but this just because of my current condition. And for the face, I'm gonna use this Bobbi Brown Sheer Finish blurring powder. So this is a finishing powder, it's not a setting powder, but because my skin is exfoliating, like I said, I'm just gonna use this one. It's also so beautiful, so finely milled. And my purpose for this look is not to make it look super matte. I want it matte but luminous, not dewy and not matte, luminous. So this is good for what I want, considering my skin's needs right now. If my skin would have been in a better shape, I would have probably used some powder. But it's not the case now. And a little bit on the lids. Also, I look like a desert. See, when I'm ready to do my makeup, like physically ready, like my skin looks good or something, my mental health is down the drain. And when I feel, let's say, decent, like I'm in that mood where I don't care if this turns out or good. I just know that I have to do it, because if I don't do it now, I will never do it. My skin betrays me. But since we are not going out of the house only when our skin looks good, we have to work with what we have. And yes, I look terrible right now because my face looks cracked. It is what it is. I've had worse days when I had major eruptions and how do you call that? Eczemas on my eye and on my face and neck, and people were looking at me like it's contagious. So I don't care. I don't care. So I do really need to give up on this soul because I kind of use it a lot. I have these four palettes that were sent to me by the brand, and I already did a makeup look 2 days ago using these two shades. Now I don't know when this video will be uploaded, before or after, but I really loved this. I wanted today to do something grayish, silverish, but I opened this one. So this is number 1, and I noticed this green here. So beautiful, so beautiful, and this one as well. So I don't know what to do. Should I stick to my plan? I was really impressed with the mattes, to be honest. And I was really impressed actually when I learned the price. So the price tag, if I'm not mistaken, it was 16 or 19 euros. I need to check this again. But yeah, this looks really good as well. This looks really good as well, this one. But today I think I'm going to stick with the plan and use this gray. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so I don't know what will turn out. We will see. I'm gonna be just as surprised as you. But let's start. So I'll put the shades on the screen. I started using just for the brightness a little bit of there's a matte here that I want to use, as I call it, armor, because these are areas where I don't want to put anything dark because I am already dark. And this is kind of a first layer that brightens my problematic areas and also prevents me to add any darker shades there. So next I saw a nice a really nice taupey shade. Sorry for the noise, which I really like. So actually I think I'm going to break the plan and use this taupe instead of the gray. So looking straight forward, I think I'm gonna do a halo eye because I haven't done one in a while. So Jesus Christ, I need to get this so out of my system. How do I do that though? Because I'm trying to be aware when I want to use it, but most of the times I just find myself already with the word out of my mouth. I guess the first time I used the palettes, I was more careful because now I see some, what is it called? I can't remember. Come on, brain, work. What is it called? Fallout? Jesus Christ. I'm going C now, 100%. I feel like halo eye is one of the easiest looks you can do, and it looks pretentious, but it's actually really easy. What I find hard for me is to place eyeshadow on these big lids because I don't want to make my eyes bigger than they already are. Plus, I have a asymmetry here, which is pretty annoying. Whew, at least I was able to get rid of this fairly easily. Yes, I like that. So let's see. I should, yeah, I will do it. I will do it also on the lower lid. Wait, I have another brush that would work for this. So it's this pencil shaped brush. Okay. And so the way I like to use it, it's not like this, slightly parallel with my skin. I might need to add a different shade, maybe a darker one on the outer corner just to create some dimension. But let's see. Let's see. Good. I can't really see what I'm doing. It's like I'm touching makeup for the first time. It's really weird. I'm taking the lighter shade again making sure my brush is not that loaded, and I don't know, it's partially cleaning but partially tight together with the upper lid. Oops, I put too much. Well, it is what it is. And now let's use some sparkle. But which one? I kind of like this one. Let's see. I like it. I like it. Let's add some more and fix where I've exaggerated. Also making sure it's touching my upper lid. I need to blend it a little bit, but I will show you after I'm placing some here. So let me do it. Okay. I like these shades so much. Not sure they look that good on me, but I do like them. So let's see with the brush a little bit. If it makes sense. And also here. Just a little bit of blending again, just to make sure there aren't any harsh lines between the Taupe Matte shade and the sparkly one. Okay. Hopefully this translates to the camera like I'm seeing. And once again, I'm going to take the lightest shade on my brush. It's packed, but this is the amount that has left. And again on my inner corner, a little bit here, a little bit of cleaning like so. I've taken a darker shade to add some depth here. And now taking this brush to just blend edge so it doesn't look that sharp. And always look straight. This way you make sure that the placement is where you want to be. And a little bit on the lower lash here as well. Here. So I did the second eye off camera, and I don't know why in the mirror I kind of like what I see. Of course I need mascara, some lashes would elevate the look, but on the camera it translates so ugly. It's like it's trash. However, I do need a little bit of sparkle, more sparkle. Now that I've added mascara, I definitely see a level up, at least in the mirror. Hopefully in the camera as well, although when I look at it, I don't really like what I see. But that's also because I don't have bronzer, I don't have blush, my base is shit. Well, let me see if I can fix this base. Fixed it by taking it off. So let's use the time wisely, and until the SPF will rest, let's do the brows. So I will map until the point I want to lower. And I guess this is enough. Okay, and now I need to fill in this one, which is harder for me. Here I need to fill in a little bit more. This one is more arched than the other one. The base is back. Brows are on, base is on. A little bit of blush. This is the blush that I used. Flower Nose Little Angel collection. And the shade is S01 Flaming Heart. And this is the gorgeous blush that I used. Absolutely love this blush. It's so beautiful. I just used a tiny bit on my cheeks, and I used a tiny amount of powder, mostly the Bobbi Brown powder, this one, simply because of the things that are going on. So what's left to do now is to add some lashes, which I don't know if I should do. Obviously it's gonna elevate the look, but I don't know what to do. What I have to do is to do my lips, and I want to do something different this time, because I haven't used lip liner in a while. And I've also finished my teeth, my dental work. In case you didn't know, I broke one tooth, one frontal tooth, in 2002 or 2001. And when I went to the dental office, he recommended that I would extract the tooth next to it, because it was fractured, and it said it had, because this is the reason why it also broke so easily, because it had some bone infection. So I did that, and almost 2 years I used what's the name? A plastic thing, like a temporary thing, for me to be able to talk when I'm, anyway, it was for aesthetics, just to be able to talk freely when I'm in public. Most of the most of the work I like, but one crucial detail which I'm very unhappy about, and I'm very dissatisfied how that worked out, because that's the reason why you go to the dentist, because he has to provide you the solution, and it wasn't my responsibility to know that, because if I would have known that detail, I would have done it myself. So the thing is that due to the fact that 2 of my teeth were extracted, there was a lot of bone cut out, also because of the infection. So immediately there was something needed to replace that. And I was expecting that he would do that, but at the end of the project, I told him, we did the oh my god, I make no sense. We did the tests, and so far, but there was this gap here, like I had the bone because he transplanted bone, but in the end my I don't know, maybe one of you are specialist in the field. The thing is, he told me that I needed a bone block, not bone, like small. Jesus Christ, my English is crap. Like small granula, like small, like grains, like bone grains. I didn't need it, a bone